What the hell? This'll never... What the... I'm gonna... Oh, hey, what's going on? I didn't see you there. I'm in the middle of a science project. So I found this big old dusty box of Radio Shack parts, and I got the crazy idea to connect my brain to this TV set, and the TV set to my YouTube channel. So the whole key to this is the neural interface adapter that I found in the box, which is really strange. I looked it up. I couldn't find it on any websites or anything, so I may have the only one of these. So you got to put that in your ear, and it's slimy and weird, and it makes you dizzy. But so I have all these other adapters hooked up, and it looks like I have it all set and ready to go. Okay, let me double check here. Okay, channel 3, yeah. Okay, and I'm going to tighten those screws on the back of the TV. There we go. All right, now the little manual that came with this neural interface said to expect a burst of images when you first hook it up. So this is going to be straight from my brain. Hopefully it's PG rated. Okay, I'm going to fire it up. Okay, look out. Here we go.
The dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
Hey! Sometimes the old ways are the good ways, know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's my brain all right. Hold on.
Drop your weapons, you are surrounded by armed bastards!
This is Edison Carter coming to you very much live and direct on Network 23.
Come on, Creed, focus.
Jonathan Chase, master of the secrets that divide man from animal.
Inspiration. Whew, that was something else. Alright, I got a dimmer set on this cable here. There's a few weird things in this cable. Oh, smoking adapter. Alright, I should have suspected that was a weird adapter. It's Cat 5 to USB. I didn't even know they made those. Okay, there's a lot of... This is really strangely strung together. I'm gonna just put like a neutral image on here. How about here's the view from behind my house. There, there. Okay, there. Gotta calm things down there. Yeah, that's a jolt from my brain, and there's about 100 years worth of that if I let that run. But you just got a way better understanding of how my brain works. So now theoretically, that screen will work, and if I say, how about if I say, it's a science experiment.
It's a science experiment!
Or if I say, Donald R. DeChico.
Donald R. DeChico?
Yeah, that's you.
Alright, we got some clips going on. Okay. This interface works pretty good. Oh, that's smoking. That adapter. Sorry about that. Alright, there we got her going here. Alright, so the way this show is going to work, if I can keep this setup running, is I'm just going to talk and maybe some stuff will come on the screen, or maybe it'll just be scenery, but we'll see how this all works out. I'm just trying this out for the first time. Welcome. I'm Creed. I'm an artist. Here's my brain. So one of the things I want to talk about, and it's sort of an uncomfortable subject, and it's a subject that people will not bring up with somebody else even if they want to. And this is an art thing. There are some people who cannot draw that do not know they cannot draw. And it breaks my heart every time I see it. Somebody'll post something, or you'll see something somewhere, and you look at it and you think, okay, maybe that person's just a kid. So I can, I'll say, well, maybe they'll be good someday. It's good they got an interest in art. That's great. But that's not the situation. Usually this is a grown person, and the way they talk and the way they post their stuff isn't, here's progress, I'm really learning great, and things are going. No, they're like, here's my finished work. You can buy my originals for $300. They're hand painted on this here and that there. And no, I'm not talking about anybody specific. I'm not trying to rip anybody or start any kind of war. That's mean. That's the problem. Is it's a mean thing to say to somebody that you can't draw, but they don't know they can't draw, and it kind of breaks my heart. There's some really nice people out there. Some of them might have YouTube channels or post on Facebook, and their heart is in it, and I even like their subject matter, but they can't execute. They cannot execute the art, but nobody will ever tell them that. So there's people out there that are spending so much of their time and effort into something that's embarrassing, and they don't know it's embarrassing. That, I think, to me, that is an artist's worst nightmare. For you to actually be wrong about the quality of your art and not know it, and just go on like you're a fantastic artist. Now, I would hope I'm not one of those guys, but maybe to some people I am. That's the other thing. It's sort of based on opinion too. But there is a general level of quality, and if your drawings look like somebody's really good high school scribbler drawings, that's cool, but you got a long way to go. And when somebody doesn't know that, it's okay to have a long way to go. Hey, life is a journey. Teaching yourself art, that's one of the best things you could ever do. It's the smartest thing I ever did in my whole life, was teach myself how to draw. But if you're at a point where you're showing off your art and you're super proud of it, and you have all these plans and you're gonna sell it, and none of it's any good, and you're not stopping because you don't know, so you're gonna spend your life on that and maybe not improve because you're not focused on improving. You don't think you have a long way to go that you do. And it's just, because I'm a friendly guy, I'm a kind-hearted guy myself. I hate to see that, but I cannot be somebody who's gonna try to tell that person. I don't have the meanness in need for that, I think, or something. But I feel so bad when I see somebody like that, and then I start thinking that, and you get that little bit of fear sometimes and self-doubt, and you start going, well, what if it's all a big delusion and I should just be not doing art? Which I can't do, because my brain makes me do art. I need to. It's stable. Art stabilizes my life. Art's the best thing I got going.
My art keeps me sane. My art.
So even if I was one of those people that people look at his stuff, look at my stuff and go, "Did a kid draw that?" And I'd like to think it's not. I'm pretty sure. I've been drawing, a long time. Upwards of 20 years I've been drawing, and I got better. I used to be pretty bad, but I know I was bad and needed improvement. I see some people, and man, it's not just opinion. It's not, I don't like that they draw or whatever, like Mickey Mouse. I don't like, no, it's that it doesn't look like Mickey Mouse. Or, if it's a person, their arms are too long and their legs are too short, or their face is all squished, or it's just art things. Like, it's not well done art. You can make it however you want. You can do whatever style you want. This isn't about style. You have to know how to draw. And when I see somebody that doesn't have and is raving about B, C, D, and E, it's like you're trapped in a nightmare that you don't even know about. Because if you're wasting your life on something that you don't do well, and you're thinking, I'm fantastic, that's like you're stuck in a twilight zone.
That's not fair.
It's not the way I want to spend my life. You can always improve, and you can always get better at how you want to draw. That's the other thing. A lot of artists talk about better as if it's a 0 to 100, and I'm at 68 and you're at 62, so I'm better than you. Well, no, because there's lots of different kinds of art, and lots of different people draw a totally different way. Like, I'm not trying to be Frazetta. I'm trying to be more, almost Lauren Harris, or, you know, Ty Templeton. Kind of, I like line, and a lot of people avoid line. I like stark blackness. A lot of people don't use 100% black in their stuff. So what I think you have to achieve is not to reach 100 on the scale of being an artist, because I don't think there is a scale of being an artist. You have to reach 100 on your scale of what you want your art to look like. So to improve, you look in your mind, what is your absolute perfect piece of art? Even if you can't make it today, what would your perfect piece of art be? Right from your brain. Envision that and work to get as close as you can to that. It's not as close as you can to somebody else's random scale of 100. What's better than what? It's where you want to be. It's more of a destination than a ladder. I could be going over to the right. Where you want to go with your art could be way over to the left somewhere else. And I can't say I'm better than you or you're better than me. We're doing totally different things. That's the way art is for almost everybody, because every artist is different. So it's more of a target game than a race. You want to get to your bullseye, and your bullseye is different from somebody else's. That's how I always saw it, and that's how I work. I am happy to say that I'm close. I'm in the final circle on the bullseye. You know, I have gotten my art to exactly how I want it to look. Very close anyway. So people might say, oh, you need to improve. I need to improve on maybe your arbitrary scale of 100. But on my scale of where I want to get to, I'm sitting there with a lawn chair drinking a beer. So, you know, so improvement, like a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, I watch a lot of artists on, especially YouTube. And I'm not really talking about anybody one specific, I'm just talking in general. But a lot of people praise up the, sketch every day. I am absolutely not one of those sketch every day people. And what I've done is, instead of sketches to improve, I've done art to improve. But I have this problem that maybe lots of other people have, maybe some people don't. I have no idea. If I do a piece of art and it didn't come out good, that discourages me, and I might not do art for a while. So if I was going to do 10 sketches and I didn't like half of them, I'd stop drawing. It's not something I can avoid. I know this would happen because I get discouraged when I do stuff I don't like. So to do art all the time, there'd be bad stuff mixed in there that would discourage the hell out of me, and I might never draw again if I made that much bad stuff.
Oh, I'll never get it. Never. Oh.
What helps me is, when I sit down to do a piece of finished art. And if it's going bad, I'll usually ditch it. And then, okay, I was heading the wrong path, okay, but I ditched it, and I didn't, not enough to discourage me. Okay, I'm still it's still the process, it's not the finished thing. But no, I couldn't draw all day, sketching in stuff, and I don't enjoy that. That's not finished art. I like to draw finished art. I like to, with a pen and paper on the next to me, and I'll doodle some little monsters or creatures that live on the corner of the page and stuff like that. Or I'm drawing finished art. That whole middle that a lot of people have, I'm going to draw this guy in 4 different poses. I'm going to draw, and all that stuff is great. My process is sit down and make a finished, good piece of art. Or the whole process may come apart. So do it and make sure you do it right. So it's sort of a little more pressure than just, I'm going to just draw, and then, I picked this one, I like it, and I'm going to fix that one up, and whatever. No, my brain would be like, well, how about those 4 I really hated? Oh, what would you draw those for? Oh, you can't draw, you're terrible. Oh, give it up. Just sit there and watch TV. Alright, okay, brain. You have a point. That's what I would say. And then no art would get made. So I cannot use other. I don't really think too many artists could use any other artist's process, but I really can't use that sketch all the time, draw process. That would drill my art into the ground. I'd never draw another thing after I drew like 100 terrible things. That'd be my lifetime limit. I just know discouragement would just take over. So for people to say that, but it is the way to learn when you're learning. When you don't know how to draw, when you draw something, you go, that is not good, I need to learn more. Then you need to draw more stuff and figure out what you drew wrong. Don't just draw it again 100 times. Figure out why it's wrong and draw it right. And before I go, well, this interface is starting to make me really pretty dizzy, and it kind of smells like learning electronics a little bit in here. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have this thing running too long, but I want to shoot out a random idea. I think I'm going to have a random idea on all of these when I do this. Alright? Now here's a random idea I come up with. It's a comic book idea. I don't even think I'll do anything with it, but you never know. Okay, so I sketched out. There's this guy named Mike. And his job is, he dresses up like a big cat in like one of those mascot uniforms. And when you live in the city and you got to go to work, you give him money and he lays in your parking spot for you. So he's a space cat, and I think I'm gonna call the comic Space Mike. Just an idea, just a random idea I had. It's interesting. I don't know where all that came from. I just kind of must be from a lot of different sources, I guess. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna disconnect this thing. This is gonna be my when I want to rant or talk about something or just shoot my mouth off, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hook up the old neural interface, and away we go. Alright, thanks for stopping by to witness my strange science experiment. This will continue in the future. So make sure to subscribe to keep track of what I'm up to. And you have a cool day.
Well, I see by the clock on a wall that it's time to bid you one and all goodbye. Goodbye. So long. So long. Farewell. Farewell. Adieu. Adieu.
Alright, I gotta disconnect this. There we go. Okay.